He is the Associate Dean for Graduate Programs at the Texas A&M University.
I came to the States for a year, get an MBA. Part of my family has been in the States for a very long period of time.
He has significant international work experience in Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Americas.
Travel to another country, not really to just learn about that country, which of course you will, but really to learn about your own country.
NewsX proudly presents the Waku Diaspora Dialogue with Arvind Mahajan. Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX Waku. My name is Megha, and joining me on the broadcast is a very special guest all the way from United States of America, Professor Arvind Mahajan. He is an Associate Dean for Graduate Programs at Mays Business School, Texas A&M University. And Professor Arvind is truly a global citizen with significant work experience in Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Americas. It's good to have you, Professor Mahajan, on the show.
Thank you, Megha. I'm delighted to be on the show. Thank you.
And it's quite an honor and a privilege to be interviewing you because you come from such a vast background. You know, you've not just worked in America, you truly are a global citizen. And in essence, you're signifying the idea and the agenda behind WAKU, the Diaspora Broadcasting Network.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm privileged to have this opportunity and also privileged to have been able to do the things I have been able to do.
Yeah. So, talk to us about your experience. The first thing that struck me when I was taking a look and researching about your work, the kind of things that you have gone ahead and done in this vast span, decades that you've spent in your career, from India to America, you've been in Asia, you've lived in Europe as well, Africa, you've traveled across consultancy, and then it's about the teaching job that you at this point of time are holding. How has that transition been? How has living in different cultures, different environments really molded you as an individual?
Yeah, well, that's a great question and a difficult question. At the end of the day, my training as a university professor is being a researcher. Right, in the PhD, we get trained as researchers, and in tier 1 research universities, the currency is research. And then teaching and service are a part of the mission. And in research, I think one of the most basic things is curiosity. And in my case, it started with curiosity about me. The fundamental questions which the philosophers have been pondering over the millennia. Who am I? What am I? I think answers to those questions are not easy, but the privilege of having traveled, as I often tell my students, I'm a huge proponent of international travel. My view is that you travel to another country, not really to just learn about that country, which of course you will, but really to learn about your own country. Because until you can view your own country from a different perspective, you don't know what you have and what you don't have. So you ultimately travel to discover your own country, and through that process, discover yourself. And that is how I have been affected by my travels, is a much richer understanding of myself, who I am, the country I reside in, and the country I came from, which is India. So I think this journey, while of course I have learned a lot about other countries, cultures, histories, geographies, philosophies, religions, food, art, music, etc., but from a most profound viewpoint, it has been discovery about myself and my immediate environment.
That's a brilliant answer. You could not have put it in a better way. And it's good to have somebody with such a vast experience in talking about a global view and about the Indian culture and ethos and how that gets contrasted amidst all the cultures that you have been able to experience, you have been able to understand in close proximity. But also, Professor, talk to me about deciding to set up base in the United States of America. What motivated you to do that? You've studied over a year in India, traveled all the way to United States, did your further education over there. and what has kept you going in USA?
Well, so, it's ironic because I'm a business school professor, and we talk about planning, strategy, etc. And my life has been exactly the opposite of that. There has been nothing planned. It has been a series of happenstances and things beyond my control, really, in a way. So I graduated from Hindu College in Delhi with a BCom honors. And our family had a printing publishing business, and I was being groomed to take it over. So I came to the States for a year, get an MBA. Part of my family has been in the States for a very long period of time, and my sister wanted someone here. So I came here for 1 year, get an MBA, and go back. And as I got my MBA, I discovered things which I had not discovered about myself when I was in India. This was a different educational system which somehow stimulated me. I ended up being a 4.0 student, a straight A student. And some of my faculty members suggested I go for a PhD. And I asked my father, who used to be a university professor, and he said, well, I need you in the business, but education trumps everything else. You have my blessings. So I ended up getting a PhD, frankly, not knowing what it was. I was in my early 20s, 22, 23. But I got a PhD, and after a PhD, the intention was to go back to India. But the job markets were very good. A lot of my PhD committee members suggested I take a job. I got offers from many universities. Mm-hmm. And long story short, I found myself in Texas, at Texas A&M. And I've been here for 41 years since that time.
Wow. And during this entire time, it's not just teaching that you have, kept yourself to. It's about the consulting, it's about research. You've traveled all around. There are a lot of papers of yours that have been published. And also you've had experience when it comes to business consulting. So shifting gears from a full-time consulting job to going ahead and teaching students, how did that impact a change? What was the motivation to do that? And I'm assuming 41 years at Texas University, A&M, Texas, you are a happy man.
Well, I am a happy man for a variety of reasons. But, I started out as a university professor. And in a tier 1 research university, you have to bust your chops, work very hard, publish like crazy to make tenure. Mm-hmm. So fortunately, I made tenure in a short period of time. And then I got a call from Wall Street, an offer I could not refuse. This was Manufacturers Hanover Trust Company, which is now JP Morgan Chase. And they really wanted someone very serious, senior. And they contacted that person. He was busy. But for some reason, he suggested my name because he had seen me present papers at various conferences, academic conferences. Mm-hmm. So I got the call I could not refuse, and I accepted being a senior consultant at Manufacturers Hanover Trust Company, moved my family to New York City. And of course, the compensation on Wall Street, it can be fairly substantive. And every 2 weeks I was in Europe or Asia. I was in charge of training our senior executives in international finance and corporate finance, and loved the job. But then they wanted me to extend my contract, and I did some deep soul searching, and I concluded that at heart, I was an academic. My calling was teaching and research. So I decided to come back to Texas A&M, but I have kept one foot in the industry through my consulting activities and training executives, etc. So right now, in some ways, I have the best of both worlds. I'm an academic. I continue doing my research. I work with PhD students. Actually, I'm co-chairing 2 dissertations with students at IIT Delhi, where I was a visiting faculty for many years. And more recently, I have shifted to the dark side and am wearing the administrator's hat as well.
Professor Arvind Mahajan, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors, and look forward to hosting you many more times on our broadcast, NewsX Group, the Diaspora Broadcasting Network.
Megha, thank you very much. It's been my privilege to be on your show. I think this is a great show a great idea, and good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Newsx ITV network have proudly launched the WAKU Diaspora Broadcasting Network.
WAKU DBN will be India's first mainstream platform dedicated to the diaspora community. Help support us. Become WAKU patrons at memboro.com/WAKU. You will get the first access to our interviews, make recommendations, merchandise access, ask questions, and get a shout out of thanks on our TV shows.
You can also suggest to us who should get the WAKU Golden Chakra Awards and also tell us who should get into the WAKU Hall of Fame. Limited memberships are available at 100 rupees per month on Memboro WAKU.
Sign up now. Log on to memboro.com/WAKU.